Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Happily Ever Caffeinated, your weekly wedding video series where we get stupid-eye on coffee and talk about weddings. I am your host, Pavel Stehlik, co-founder of FotoBoho, and I'm here today with Callie from Suncoast Compost, and we are going to be discussing turning a wedding which may have waste into a zero-waste wedding with composting. Let's do this. So did you just wake up one morning and say, I need to compost things? How does one become a professional compostery?
Well, I prefer compostess. It was definitely a journey. My husband and I have a little suburban farm going on.
Nice.
We have aquaponics and chickens, and we have this amazing compost bin full of maggots. Can I say that here?
Maggots I don't think is a four-letter word.
We could say baby flies if that's better.
Baby flies.
Okay. There's these amazing black soldier flies that are native to Florida that can just mow down food like a Big Mac in 5 hours.
That's awesome.
So we use these special flies in our chickens to take down our compost. And so people came to our house and we're giving tours and showing how to have a more sustainable life, and people are so into these maggots. And I just had a baby and I wanted something that could be a little more flexible, and I was like, maybe more people are interested in this. And so we just launched 5 months ago, but it turns out that people are.
Congratulations.
So, thank you.
Well, I know when I hear maggots, I immediately think weddings.
Yeah.
How's the reaction been so
Maggot
far?
ever after.
Maggot ever after.
Is that a stretch?
It's too far.
We just started.
Yeah, it's too early in the morning for maggots. So how has the reaction been so far? Since you said 5 months, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where have you done many weddings so far?
We've just done 2 weddings.
2 weddings?
Yes, we
How
just had them.
How did it go?
Great. Have a picture.
You have a picture?
Yeah.
You know what? Email it to me,
okay.
and we'll do a little splash.
Okay.
Which is actually going to happen right now while I'm talking.
Yeah,
Splash.
perfect.
There, see, that just happened, and it was magic. Okay, yes.
So the brides and grooms are so happy to be able to have a place for all their food waste.
Nice.
And other waste as well, because rather than using plastic or wax lined paper, we could use compostable products, so we can actually make sure that everything is composted or recycled, and that we don't send stuff to the landfill.
Well, I noticed when you were stirring your coffee earlier, you took your little wood stick and you threw it into your own personal trash can that you brought with us. Can we see this?
I don't
Do you
do
travel
that all
with
the
us
time. Although I wish I do, but it'd just be so awkward.
It's pretty large. There's a large green tin, and she pulled this smaller one out of it. Very nice.
Yeah.
And then you just put.
I just didn't want to waste anything because there is no away. So we sort of have a range of from just taking food waste to zero wasting a wedding. So if we're just taking food waste, we can take any food. If it grows, it goes. So we take meats, cheeses, veggies, all those florals. We can take the flowers and stems, turn all that back into soil to grow more food locally here in our community. So there's just taking the organics, but then we can also work with the bride and groom throughout their purchasing process. So look at what other kinds of things that they're buying.
So they should probably book you before they book all of their other things, so that they can kind of
we can kind of
around.
hold hands together and make sure that
Sing
they're
kumbaya.
make sure that they're buying sustainable products, because there's a lot of greenwashing that goes out there. It says that things are natural or eco-friendly or made from plants, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it can be composted. What we do is we provide the bins and the compostable bags.
Do you give the bride a little gift bag of maggots?
Oh yes, that's a great idea.
I just wanted to make sure.
I'm sure there's
to
a
have
pun in there somewhere.
Let's not make it.
So we give the bins and bags, and then we haul it away and take it back to local farms and compost it there.
That's
Then we also give feedback about how green the wedding was. So we weigh that compost and turn that into CO2 emissions and energy savings. So you can just splash up that infographic up there maybe.
Infographic!
So we give you just simple poundage. We find that at wedding events, it's about a pound of food waste per wedding guest.
Wow.
Yeah, so caterers don't want to run out of food, so we're there to make sure that it doesn't become waste, but it gets turned back into soil to grow more food. Right. So we tell them about the amount of waste, but then we also take that information and we calculate what kind of CO2 emissions you've saved and what kind of energy savings there are. So for the wedding that we recently did, it was just a 50-person wedding, but through composting, they kept 145 pounds of CO2 out of the atmosphere. So that's pretty cool.
145 pounds of CO2 for 50 people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, composting has amazing carbon sequestration effects.
That is awesome.
Yeah. It's
So
pretty cool stuff.
why should we care? Why do we care about CO2? Like, why is this a thing?
Yeah. So you might have heard of a thing called global warming.
What's that?
Well, and so a lot of global warming is from methane and CO2. And methane comes from when organic matter, food waste, is breaking down in a landfill. And methane is like 30 times more potent than CO2.
Wow.
So CO2 is awful, but methane's pretty bad too. So by keeping it out of the landfill, we can make sure that we're not putting those awful greenhouse gas emissions in there, but also we're living a more sustainable life. We're recognizing that food is not waste and we need to reconnect the food cycle here locally in our community.
So you're basically saving the world.
I mean,
like one wedding at a time. She's coming in
She
there.
said it.
Do you wear a cape? A green
Yes.
flowy cape. That would be amazing.
Next
if
time.
you could, next wedding, walk in with your green recycle bin and a green flowy cape and let me take pictures of that. Because that
okay,
be
I would
amazing.
love that.
You guys are wonderful. I'm
Thank
so
you.
happy that you're in our area. I'm so happy that you came up with this genius concept.
Thank you.
I will await my bag of maggots.
Yes.
But in the meantime, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Wait, what? Always question with the Q. Questions help us learn things new. Question marks are very cool, especially when you're in school. Always question with